From a seated position, we're gonna start with a head roll. So let the head fall back to the side. And when we're done, we're going to change the direction. Left shoulder, back, right, and down. Let's do a side stretch. Breathe in, right arm goes up. Breathe out, side stretch. Release the head. And breathe in, let's come back to the center, other side. Breathe in, left arm goes up. Breathe out, side stretch. Release the neck. And let's come back to the center. Breathe in, both arms go up, make yourself tall, and on the out breath, fold forward from the hips. Release the head and the entire upper body on the legs. Let's slowly start to roll up. Change the position of the legs and reverse to the other side. Let's start with a head roll. And change the direction. Head goes to the right shoulder, to the back, left and front. Breathe in, left arm goes up. Breathe out, side stretch. Long line from the hips to the fingertips. Let's come back to the center, other side. Breathe in, right arm. Breathe out, stretch. And come back to the center. Breathe in, make yourself tall. Breathe out, fold forward from the hips. Last breath here. Let's slowly start to roll up vertebra per vertebra and come on all fours for cat and cow. So knees are hip width, arms are directly under the shoulders. Breathe in, look up, tailbone goes up. Breathe out, make a round spine. And breathe in, look up. Breathe out, round the spine. 2 more times. Try to make the movement a bit bigger with each time. And follow the breath. Let's come to a neutral spine and start walking the hands forwards as much as we can so we can comfortably place the chest on the floor. The chin or the cheek can be on the floor. And if you want to make the stretch go deeper, you can curl the toes. Keep pushing the tailbone up to the ceiling. Big breaths into the belly. And let's slowly start to walk back to all fours. Now we're going to place the right hand into the center of the mat and breathe in. We're going to open to the left side, one line with our both arms and pointed toes. Now if you can, lift the leg 90 degrees and try to look up to the ceiling. Let's come back to the center. And now place the left hand in the center of the mat. Breathe in, open to the right side. Open the hips, pointed toes. And if you can, lift the top leg 90 degrees. Engage the abs at all times for your balance. And let's place it all down. Go to the other side. Right hand comes in the center of the mat. Breathe in, open to the left. Lift your leg 90 degrees and stay. If you want, bend the leg. Take your foot and kick your foot into your hand. You can even let your head fall back. This is a back opening and a balance exercise. Let's release the leg, place it all down, and go to the other side. Left hand in the center of the mat. Breathe in, open to the side. Lift the leg 90 degrees and stay. If you want to go further, bend the leg. Take your foot, kick your foot into your hand and let your head fall back. Release the leg, Place it all down. And let's prepare for the next exercise. On all fours, breathe in. We're going to lift the right arm and the left leg in one line. Imagine someone pulling your fingers and your toes. The head is in the same line as the spine. Now we're going to open in the diagonal and stay. Come back to the center. Place it all down and other side. Breathe in. Left arm, right leg. Make one line. Engage your abs and really push the right hand into the mat. Let's open into the diagonal. Come back to the center. Place it all down. One more time each side. Breathe in. Right arm, left leg. Make your line as long as possible. Let's open into the diagonal. Come back to the center, place it down. And last time, other side, breathe in. Left arm, right leg. Open in the diagonal. Bring it back to the center and place it all down. Let's take a small rest here. Widen the knees, bring the toes together, and on the out breath, bring the hips towards the toes. Release in child's pose. Arms can be long in front of the body or alongside the body. Big breaths into the belly. And last breath here. Let's come back onto all fours. We're going to prepare for a plank. We're going to widen the knees a bit and walk them a bit more back. Breathe in, curl the toes, and on the out breath, lift the hips in plank position. We're going to stay in plank position for a couple of breaths. Keep engaging the abs. The neck is in the same line as our spine. Small variation. Breathe in and lift the left leg from the floor. Point the toes and stay. Try not to move the body. Bring the toes back down and go to the other side. Breathe in, right leg lifts. Keep the same line. Let's bring that leg back down. And we're going to prepare to go into a forearm plank. So let's place our forearms on the mat. And now we're going to bring our hips to the side 10 times. This is easier if you walk the legs a bit closer together. Couple of times. So just let the side of your hip fall to the floor and change position. Stay here, a couple of seconds more. And we're going to release down in Sphinx pose, so just release the hips down. Open the chest into Sphinx pose. Let's curl the toes, breathe in. Bring our hands next to the chest and on the out breath push up in our first down dog. So down dog, remember to push the shoulders towards the floor, push the tailbone towards the ceiling and push the heels into the mat. You can bend one leg and then the other. And we're going to do a little toe stretch here. So roll over the toes and we are going to bend and stretch 4 times the legs. So bend and stretch, push the tailbone towards the ceiling. Bend and stretch, last time. And bend and stretch and place your feet normal to the mat again. Let's incorporate the vinyasa. Breathe in, go into plank, chaturanga, and breathe out, up dog. Now from this up dog, we're going to look over our left shoulder, small twists. Come back to the center and look over the right shoulder, small twist, come back to the center and from the abs push back down in down dog. Walk the feet together, breathe in, lift the right leg as high as you can. Now we're going to bend this right leg and stack the hips, so really open the hips. From here we're going to open into wild thing, so place your right toes on the floor, push the hips up and open up, let the head fall back. To come out of wild swing, first look at the mat, place the hands down, then the leg comes up and place it down. Everything to the other side. Breathe in, left leg goes up as high as you can. Bend the leg, stack the hips and open the hips. Now to help you go into wild swing, you can first look over your shoulder towards your toes, see if you can see the toes, then place them on the floor, push the hips up and open into wild swing. Okay, let's come out. First look at the mat, place the hands down, leg comes up and place it back down. One vinyasa if you want, if not you can rest. Breathe in, plank, chaturanga, breathe out, up dog, curl the toes, breathe out, down dog. Walk the feet together, breathe in, right leg goes up. And we are going to make small circles from the hip 5 times, toes are pointed towards the ceiling. And then change the direction. This is a very good stretch for your hamstrings. It's a very small movement but very intense. Okay, stop and bend the leg, and we're going to place this right knee behind our right wrist to settle down in pigeon pose. Breathe and make yourself tall, and on the out breath fold forward from the hips and release the weight down on your forward leg. Let's slowly come back up. Place the hands flat on the mat, curl the back toes and just put the forward leg back into down dog. Other side, breathe in. Left leg goes up as high as you can. Point the toes, stretch the leg and small circles from the hips 5 times. And change the direction. And stop, let's bend this leg and place the left knee behind the left wrist. Settle down in pigeon pose, breathe in, make yourself tall, breathe out, fold forward from the hips, release the head on your palms and release the upper body down. Big breaths into the belly. Try to enjoy the stretch. And let's slowly come back out. So breathe in, first push up, put the hands flat on the mat, curl the back toes and walk back into down dog. If you want, you can follow me and go into vinyasa, chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog, curl the toes. And instead of going into a down dog, we're going to settle down into child's pose and take a small rest here. And let's slowly start to roll up, vertebra per vertebra, head comes last. And we'll prepare to get into a headstand. So take a grab of your elbows, bring them onto the mat, interlace the fingers, walk the knees a bit behind you, curl the toes, place the head into the cup, breathe in, and on the out breath push the heels forward, walk your legs towards your upper body, lift one knee and then the other. And we're gonna stay a while in headstand. You can choose any variation that you like. If you're comfortable in headstand, you can play around a bit. Just keep at all times pushing the shoulders away from the ears, and remember that most of the weight is on our arms, not on our head. Now the next exercise is an option. If you want to and you're very flexible in the back, you can fall down with the legs behind you and push up from the arms into wheel pose. You can make wheel as small as you want. Stay here for a moment. And to get out, we're going to put the feet flat on the mat, chin on the chest, and slowly roll down. Take the chin into the chest and make a couple of circles in one direction and in the other. And we're going to open the legs into child's pose. So for child's pose, imagine that you want to push the ceiling away with your feet, with the soles of your feet, and the hips are towards the mat. If you want, you can incorporate a small rock. And then we're going to just stretch the left leg out, keep the right leg bent. And change direction, so left leg bends and right leg stretches out. Try to push your right leg towards the floor, come back into child's pose. We're going to release one leg down and then the other to settle down in Shavasana. So for Shavasana, the arms are away from the body, palms are towards the ceiling, legs are a bit spread and toes are falling to the outside. Let's consciously bring our awareness to the breath and take big breaths into the belly. You can stay as long as you want here. Please remember that Shavasana is very important. Thank you for watching.